In 1984, police were called to an East End bedsit where human remains such as hands were found in a communal airing cupboard. Desmond Bleasdon is one of Britain's most prolific serial killers since the Discovery Channel got the monopoly on serial killer documentaries in 2005. Now retired, Peter Sober was the detective who had the task of bringing Bleasdon to justice. Bleasdon, now serving 18 life sentences, murdered up to 20 men and turned them into domestic furniture. I cannot describe how macabre it was to enter Bleasdon's bedsit. It turned out his occasional table used to be a man. He didn't even bother taking the wedding ring off what was now an ashtray. He even wrote embassy on the side. It was a futile method of disguising the fact that that was a hen. The worst thing was the absolute horrific smell. Would you say Bleasdon was the worst case you've ever had to deal with? It was certainly the most cigarettes I've ever smoked during a murder investigation. How do you feel that Bleasdon's story is subject to a feature film that's going to be, so they claim, in cinemas from the 6th of August? I don't agree with it. I'm sure the relative of Bleasdon's victims would feel the same. But you have appeared on all documentaries about Bleasdon's killings. Well, documentary's different. I mean, the public need to know what goes on in a case such as this. You also made public insight into your private life. You appeared on Celebrity Wife Swap. Oh, yeah. John Virgo's wife was a lot of fun. I hope I didn't frighten her with my stories from my time in the East London murder squad. You also made a commendable flan on Celebrity Come Dine With Me. It says a lot that I came second. It was a laugh, the TV stuff. I obviously didn't get an offer for Celebrity Fat Club. I mean, throughout my career and beyond, I've maintained a good body. As John Virgo's wife confirmed in the tabloid newspapers. No, that was a complete lie. John and I are good pals. We still meet for a few pints now and again. We play the odd game of snooker. I mean, he obviously wins. He was a professional snooker player. What sort of quiche did you make? It was actually a fruit flan, but I had a pineapple. John Leslie said it was the best fruit flan he's ever had, and, he should know. Curiously, Desmond Bleasdon also liked to cook. Well, he was a chef in the RAF, and that's the first time I've found out those two rhyme. Chef RAF. Anyway, one of the most horrifying elements of his culinary skills was to make steaks from men. I just wish I didn't mention this every time I did a food and dining based celebrity show on TV. I mentioned it on Come Dine With Me, and I told the stories, and there was just a ghostly silence, an absolute silence. How does an ordinary everyday senior detective of the murder squad become a celebrity? It was quite simple. Someone from the Discovery Channel rang my house. Sorry. That was meant to be, how did an ordinary trading standards officer become a horrendous killer? The RAF? So the Discovery Channel rang me, my wife picked up. Do you mind if I smoke? Of course not, it's your police station. Well, not anymore, I'm retired. Oh, just something else. Was this the actual room where you questioned Bleasdon? It was a similar interviewing suite to this. It's actually 2 doors down the corridor. Could we go and see it? Well, it's a bit tricky because it's just full of old equipment now. I mean, you can barely open the door. full of old radios, helmets. Well, mainly golf clubs. I think there's a five-a-side goalpost in there. A couple of old fruit machines. What was it like interviewing a serial killer? It was alright. Well, how long's a piece of string? He was pretty candid in his description of murdering men. There was no interrogation as such. Sadly, it was just before the Police and Criminal Evidence Act, so it wasn't recorded. If I had a tape, my fee from the Discovery Channel would have been significantly higher. By the way, I've written a book. Let's say I'm a suspect. I'm not a suspect. Let's say I'm suspected of halving and quartering a man called Theodore Roux. He stayed in the opposite room at college. He used to play garish music and smoked illegal substances. So, you have just arrested me for the suspected murder of Theodore. How would I be treated? Well, that is the whole point. As I explained to Denise Welsh on Loose Women, we have to have proven their guilt, or we couldn't confirm a conviction. Could we do maybe mock questioning, pretend I'm a suspect in the case, and you're the detective? Stop mucking around. We know what you did. Sorry? I'm doing the questioning, mate. So, you murdered Theodore. But I didn't murder Theodore. He died on a cross-country run. No, I know. We're just pretending. It was an asthma attack. Let's start again, alright? I'm the detective. You're the suspect. Right? I've been sitting around here for the best part of the day, and this is the biggest load of bollocks I've ever heard in my time. Now, you don't start talking, sunshine, or you'll find cigarette burns on your pretty little hands. But I wasn't. Shut up! Shut up! You're like a one-legged man in an arse-kicking contest. Now, we're seen by witnesses by the Building Society with little Theodore's Building Society book. Don't fucking cry on me. I'm not crying. You're dust, Garrel-Cambridge. You're scum. You're manure. Jesus, you alright, mate? Yeah. Do you want a glass of water? No, I'm fine, thank you. I sort of mentioned this. It's not very pleasant being in this kind of situation. Look, this is exactly the same thing that happened to John Virgo's wife. Look, shall we just call it a day? Peter Sober, Desmond Bleasdon's arresting officer. Thank you. That's all right, mate. I'll get you. I'll just get you a glass of water. Thank you. The Tristan Garrel-Cambridge tapes were recorded and presented by Tristan Garrel-Cambridge, produced by Octavius Garrel-Cambridge, and produced by Lloyd the Measurer. This edition of the Tristan Garrel-Cambridge tapes was recorded at Bow Street Police Station, East London, city centre of London.